lively conversations and everything. We'll try to fashion some other times for you to talk freely among you. So I just wish to welcome all of you very heartily to the Academy of Sciences and Academy of Social Sciences this morning for events of this next 2 days. So briefly, some of you have been here before, and so do know the Academy. For the very many who are visiting for the first time, just want to tell you a little bit about this place, and then with that, Lucio will then take over and lead you into your work today and tomorrow. So the Academy, this building in which we are, bears the name Casina Pio IV, the house of Pope Pius IV. In fact, this structure has two parts. We are in the modern part of the structure, but for your lunch and your meals and everything, you'll be on the other side, which will be the older section of the house, which used to be the summer residence of Pope Pius IV. So it's from the 16th century. Okay, and in 1936, Pope Pius XI gave this facility to the Academy as its working place. And that's when this new session was built to create a meeting place for the academicians when they get here. So the story, quickly, because you have a very full agenda. So this is how the place looks like from the outside, with the St. Peter's Dome right in the back. And it's this forecourt you'll be seeing a short, in a while. So what we call the Academy of the Vatican began not by a pope, but began with this young man on the right. Chessy is his name. He had an uncle who was a cardinal. Chessy was a scientist, and he decided to bring together a small group of scientists to discuss, to meet and talk science, and had the support of his uncle, who was Cardinal Chessy. So he began this in 1603, and in 1610, the one on the left, Galileo, was admitted to the group and became part of this group of scientists that used to meet and talk. So shortly thereafter, Galileo, with his telescope, made the declaration that the sun and not the earth is the center of the universe, and everything, as you know, all of you know about that story. So everything happened, but later on, Pope Pius IX received the opinion of Galileo and gradually welcomed him back into the fold. And finally, Pope John Paul II finally will seal it all, making Galileo a full member of the Academy, settling and recognizing and admitting that indeed the sun and not the earth is the center of the universe. So when the initiative began, they call it the Lincei. And the Lincei is derived from the name of the animal in the middle, the totemic animal, which is gifted with foresight and vision. The name then was born, and it's all called the Lincei of the sciences, until the name will be changed later. Chessy didn't live for long. He died 10 years after this initiative, and the initiative will kind of go a little bit in the doldrums until another abbot. So always an abbot took it up, Scalpellini. And when he took this up, as you can see, the meeting of the academician was not in the Vatican, was outside the Vatican in the Palazzo Caetani here in Rome. So he will carry on the initiative for a while till he himself would also pass. And the initiative will kind of, again go into a doldrums until Pope Pius IX revived it all. This is a very famous pope in the life of the Vatican. Under him, Vatican lost the city of Rome to the Kingdom of Italy. Rome became the capital of Italy, and then so the popes retreated into this small enclave we call the Vatican. And all of that happened under Pope Pius IX. But he is also the one who welcomed very much the initiative we call the Academy of the Sciences and cultured it till his successor, Pope Pius XI, would then decide to host the Academy fully here. So on the Pius IX, when the Kingdom of Italy took Rome as its capital, the initiative, which we call the Academy of the Sciences, also split. Part of it was the Vatican, part of it was also the Kingdom of Italy. The Italian Academy of Sciences still exists, and if you walk in towards the Tiber, towards a part of Rome they call the Trastevere, there is a prison called Regina Coeli. Right beside it, you find the Academy of the Kingdom of Italy. And some of the telescope and stuff of Galileo will be kept, will be housed in there. So this is the old summer residence of Pope Pius IV, and you see the small space at the back of the mini tower. That space is where we now sit in. So this hall was developed in that space to make room for the academicians when they do come together. And this is the official opening of this building. And 1936, and so a quick small view of those who have been members: Galileo, Marconi, you know Marconi, the thing of the radio. And about Marconi, it also depends which side of the Atlantic you're from. On the western side, they say Tesla discovered the radio. On the eastern side of the Atlantic is Marconi, so whichever. So that's it. And then all of these are famous names of members who serve the Academy. One important name to the last but one, Paul Turkson, is a man we just had an event about. He formulated a thing about the Anthropocene, and made a big name for that. We are in the Anthropocene epoch or period in history. Instead of Stone Age or Copper Age or whatever, it's now the Anthropocene. That was Paul Turkson. Another member of the Academy whose image is not there was the one who came with the Big Bang theory, Lemaitre, whose image is also out there in the corridor. So that's the Academy of the Sciences. These are the different popes who've served it. And these are the different areas they look at: astronomy, life science, physics, and all of that. And epistemology, climate change, nuclear science, and so all of those things are happening. In 1994, so relatively very recent, Pope John Paul II decided that it wasn't good to just have the Academy of Sciences, but also to have an Academy of the Social Sciences. So in 1994, he created the Academy of the Social Sciences and tagged the two on, and all of them operate from here. So this facility now serves the Academy of the Sciences and the Academy of the Social Sciences from the days of Pope John Paul II. And the areas of study: anthropology, communication, economics, education, geography, and all of those. And they've been working relatively recent. Farrell, Stiglitz, and Zamani, and Draghi, and all of those members of the Academy of the Social Sciences. And these are some of the publications, the teams they've worked on. And with Stiglitz, they're now dealing with the issue of indebtedness in the world in view of the Jubilee year that is coming up next year. So these are the two sides of the Academy. All the materials studied are online and free, free access. Anybody can access the material at pass.va or pass another S, two S's or single S. That takes you to the two sites, and you can visit any of the material, access any of the material free of charge. So this is the Academy that is glad to welcome all of you here this morning to now look at AI as a tool, or so let me say tooling AI, making AI serve the very many things that Matthew Sanders has been telling us about. And I'm happy to have all of you come to weigh in on this topic and we're glad to, to learn from your wisdom, your expertise, and everything that you have. And so, on behalf of the members of the Academy, the two presidents who are not here, we welcome all of you heartily and wish you a very good day and stay and so working together. Thanks.